And I think it's working. Finally. There we go. Okay, I'm very sorry. I had to snag this stupid. I'm very sorry. I worked everything out. I had to snag and it didn't go as planned. So now I'm on another stream. I worked everything out. Hang on, I got to go on Twitter and say, "Hey, I'm on the wrong thing." Womp womp. Hang on, I gotta go on Twitter and say, hang on. Happy Friday, everybody. Wow, what a big day. Big week. Happy Friday, everybody. Wow. Okay, a whole bunch of people are on. That's great. Big week. Wow. All right, few hundred people. That's great. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I haven't streamed in a while. The last time I streamed was with Memology 101. Hi everybody. When welcome to the stream. I haven't streamed in a while. Biden's house was raided. Well, not raided, gently raided to look for classified documents, and of course they treated him very differently than they did Trump. Anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Boy, oh boy, it's been a crazy few weeks. Everything from Iran to the. All right, let's just talk about Epstein, because here's the thing. The last two videos I've put out have not done. Let's just talk about Epstein, because here's normal business. The last two videos I've put out and I think the reason is because everybody in the comments, if you look at the comments, everybody's like, talk about Epstein. What about Epstein? And the reason is because like, what am I supposed to talk? I don't have inside information on any of this. And of course it's YouTube. You can only talk about certain things on any of this. You can't go into great detail. And of course it's YouTube. About things on YouTube. But obviously, yes, it did bother me that it actually, it bothered everybody, I think, with the whole Pam Bondi mess where they give Liz Wheeler and DC Drano and all these, the cool kids in the conservative space, all these binders, phase 1, and like, what does that mean? Where's phase 2? Phase 2 is just case closed, nothing to see here. Absolutely ridiculous. And then Liz Wheeler was like, well, I knew it was right. Like, yeah, shut up. Shut up, Liz Wheeler. Absolutely ridiculous. Going on Megyn Kelly, like, well, I knew. And like, no, you didn't. You're holding it up to the press. You're holding up the binder as if it's some magic evidence that they don't have. Anyway, of course, when Trump is like, well, why are we still talking about this? Like, really? We're talking about, well, why are we still talking? We've been talking about the 2020 election. Like, really? It's like I wrote, I think somebody tweeted and I retweeted. It was like, it's like, man, the assassination was like a year ago. Why are we still talking about this? I think somebody tweeted and I retweeted. So Trump, it was just such a bad take for him to like just kind of write everything off. Why are you pushing this? I don't want your support if you're, pushing it. For him to like just kind of write everything off. And he's like, it's a hoax, it's fake. And then this thing comes out. This this hit piece,
it's a hoax, it's fake, and then this thing
which
comes out. This thing,
was coming out.
this hit piece.
Like there was a big rumor, like for the last 2 days, that there was going to be that a major news publication was going to come out with this major Trump story about Epstein. And then it came out last night, and I start reading. I'm like,
Trump story about
what is this?
And then it came out last night.
So let's get into this. Let's just get into this because this is crazy. Jeffrey Epstein's friends sent him bawdy letters for a 50th birthday. One of them was from Donald Trump. It's like, okay.
Sent him bawdy letters.
This supposedly happened in 2003.
It's like, okay.
Before any thing was, before there were any charges, before Epstein was first arrested, before any of that. Before any of it.
Charges, before Epstein was
arrested. And they were friends. We all knew this. We all knew they were friends, and then Trump disavowed him. Big deal, right? It says there's pages from the leather-bound album assembled before Epstein was first arrested in 2006 are among the documents examined by the Justice Department officials who investigated Epstein and Maxwell years ago. So, we don't know who leaked this. We don't know who gave it to the Wall Street Journal. But it basically says that there were all these letters to Epstein in a leather-bound book. It was like a collection that was going to be given to him as a gift.
There were all these letters,
and they mentioned like Alan Dershowitz, who was like close with Epstein, and like some financier. And it didn't. And that's it. It didn't say anybody else in the book.
Like some financier.
Why not? Where's Bill Clinton? I'm sure he wrote a letter
in the book.
Where's Bill Gates? Where's all these people? It's like, oh, Trump wrote a letter. So this letter was like, it had like Trump supposedly, allegedly drew a picture on it of like a woman.
Trump supposedly, allegedly,
and you're like, wait, that's it?
Woman.
And reading it, it doesn't sound like Trump.
That's it?
It doesn't sound like Trump. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. He didn't write that. He didn't write. And it was typed out, apparently. It was a typewritten note. Stylized as an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, written in the third person. It doesn't sound like anything. It doesn't sound like Trump.
Written in the third person.
And even if it is, who cares? Who cares? This is not the smoking gun that Democrats want it to be. They're just like, they just want it to go, oh, see, it's proof. It's proof that they were in cahoots. It's proof that Trump's one of those. I can't say it on the stream. But we all know what I'm talking about.
It's proof
and
that Trump's one of those.
I'm just, it's the weirdest story. Like the Hollywood Access tape was a bigger deal because it was Trump's words, and you could interpret Trump's words. Well, they let you grab him by the what.
Because it was Trump's words,
and I don't understand why this is. And now Trump's suing the Wall Street Journal for like billions of dollars, apparently, billions of dollars, and over this stupid thing. And the thing is, they didn't even show the note. They didn't show this birthday message or whatever. They're just like, here, we're gonna tell you what it said. We're going to tell you it's bawdy, even though it might not be bawdy.
They're just like, here, we're going to
tell
you what it said. We're going to tell you it's bawdy, even though it might not be.
Two? Why is everybody saying two? What is happening? I'm reading the chat. Trump didn't have echo problems. He's live. Didn't read the whole chat.
What is happening?
Hang on.
I'm reading the chat.
Do I have audio problems?
Have echo problems.
Oh, I have an echo. God damn it.
Chat. What is happening?
Hang on.
I'm reading the chat.
Do I have audio problems?
Have echo problems.
Oh, I have an echo. God damn it. Sorry. God damn it. So I've been having audio problems for the last several minutes. Great. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Hi, Becky. Nice to see you. All right. So, no more audio problems. I'm sorry. Damn it. Okay. Should I just start over? I don't know. Anyway, this whole thing is ridiculous. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play something from earlier today. I happened to be on Twitter and I saw that that Scott Jennings, he has a radio show. Scott Jennings from CNN, the contributor. So he has a radio show, and he was like, "Hey, you can call in," and so I just called in. So let's just play that and see if it works.
Real quick, I agree with you about the whole Epstein story at the Wall Street Journal. It's absolutely ridiculous, dumb hit piece. Doesn't sound anything like Trump. And may every day be another wonderful secret. What? He doesn't talk that way.
No.
It's crazy.
No, he does not. It does not sound like him. Now, again, my view was and is, I wasn't there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the machinations are of the comings and goings of birthday greetings out of Donald Trump's office. But my reaction was, so what? So what? There's no cover up of the fact that Trump knew Epstein. We knew that. And there's also no cover up of the fact that he disowned Epstein, that he kicked him out of his life when it was revealed that he was a terrible person and a creep. So I don't know. What's your thought? Where are the Democrats headed with this? I can't quite tell.
I mean, they don't have anything else. They have nothing else going on. And I feel like they're just trolling at this point, like just trying to get people to think that, Trump was involved with Epstein nefariously. And let me ask this question. The journal comes out and says, oh, there's this leather-bound book of these birthday letters. But then they only mention like 2 or 3 other people that were in the book. Where are the letters from Bill Clinton and Bill Gates? There were only like 3 letters in this leather-bound book.
Yeah.
And who leaked it?
Great questions.
Like
I got to stop you because they're about to stop me. Great questions. I'm sure we'll find out more over the weekend and next week. This is the Scott Jennings Show on the Salem Radio Network.
How dare you cut me off, Scott? No, I'm kidding. No, it was very cool to talk to Scott Jennings for all of a minute 30. So that was kind of cool, right? Anyway, I was actually surprised that I actually got on the air, but I think it was like the very last segment. So, and the guy before me, he was basically like an anti-Trump guy. So, oh, hey, Memology. I see you. I see you. And yes, it's definitely, this is just, I don't know what. So here's the letter. Let's just read the letter. Voiceover. There's like a voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything, the note began. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. That's Trump. Trump's supposed to be saying that. And then Jeffrey Epstein goes, nor will I, since I also know what it is. What is what? We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Enigmas never aged. Have you noticed that? What? Donald Trump's calling him okay, all right. I mean, I've never heard him say the word enigma. Ever. No, I mean, not that I'm not that I'm in that circle, but you just watch him in the Oval Office. You've never heard any weird stuff like that. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you, says Jeffrey Epstein. And then Donald supposedly says, A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry. Donald Trump did not write that. He didn't write that exchange. I think probably somebody typed it out and said, hey, can you sign this? Maybe. I mean, and who cares? If Trump wrote that, like, okay, what does that mean? Oh, he called him an enigma. That must mean he's doing stuff. Like, okay. It's absolutely ridiculous. So the Wall Street Journal printed that. They actually printed that. Oh, and then they go, hey, you know, a year before New York Magazine, Trump said that Jeffrey Epstein was a lot of fun to be with. Which we've known that. That's not a secret. Not a secret. We've seen it. We've seen that. And so is Trump on the list? Is there, is there a client list? Who knows? But we know for a fact that Trump barred him from Mar-a-Lago, and we know that they had a falling out. Because Jeffrey Epstein's a terrible person. And I'm not saying Trump's a perfect person, but he's not that person. At least I don't think so. I mean, otherwise it'd just be like, we're done. If he was that person, and there was evidence of that, then we would all be like, we've been completely bamboozled by this guy. But that's not who Trump is. And we know that, right? Put a number 1 in the chat if you know that this is all fake news. 2, if you think that, he's, the terrible person that the Democrats want him to be. I was watching a little bit of Jeffrey Cohen. Is that his name? Trump's former lawyer. And he was like, yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't write that. He's like, I hate Donald Trump, but even he had to admit it. So there you go. But this whole thing's been bothering me all day that the Wall Street Journal like stooped this low and put the letters in context. Show more of them. You can write it. You can put it out for Trump, but you can't put it out for the one that Clinton wrote if he wrote one. Like what is happening? What was the point of this? Oh, hey, there was a letter, and okay, and it's an exclusive. And then I'm watching MSNBC and Chris Hayes, and they're all like, an explosive story. Explosive? How is it? It's not damaging in any way. It all happened. This is 23 years ago. What is happening? What? The fake news, and of all the Wall Street Journal. It's so aggravating. Anyway, but I don't know. But I will say that I'm glad that MAGA has kind of come out and pushed back on the whole, Trump trying to just kind of like sweep it under the rug. If you're on X, first of all, if you follow me on X, if you don't follow me on X, you should. I am at, come on. I'm at Don't Walk Run. Why isn't it coming up? There we go. Boom. You guys should follow me on X because I've been talking about the Epstein stuff a lot, and there were a lot of people on YouTube in my last couple of videos which have not done well because people they didn't want to hear about anything else other than me like react to Trump trying to sweep everything Epstein under the rug. But MAGA really came out and they pushed back. And Trump's mad about it. He doesn't want to talk about this. He wants to talk about everything else. And that's fine. I get it. But there were a lot of promises made. And phase 1, here's the binders. Phase 1 of the binders. Let me see if I can find that. Find that picture. I post a lot on Twitter. Or X. Sorry, Elon. Yeah, see, just... Come on. Yeah, like I posted... Oh, there we go. The infamous Liz Wheeler and Libs of TikTok. And I never get invited to those things. I actually applied for a new media application at the White House. You know, I have 750,000 subscribers almost. I'm marginally important in the space, I think. Never heard back. But they'll bring I'm not going to mention any names, but they brought a bunch of people that are just, you know, not as big as me, quite frankly. And I'm not jealous. I'm just like, well, fine, I have other things to do. And in this point, I'm glad I wasn't one of the cool kids here. I'm glad I wasn't invited to this. I would have felt like a fool. I would have felt like a freaking idiot. Like, that's an iconic photo of morons. Wow, look, we have the Epstein files that everybody's seen. Sorry, but I'm, you know, fine. Don't invite me to that, please. I want to be part of that. But he's like, are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah.
Can I ask the Attorney General a question too?
Sure.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the stabbing?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
They were talking about during the campaign. They made a big deal about, I made the cover page. Pam Bondi goes, why are we still talking about this thing that we keep talking about? When you go on X and you look at at left-wing Twitter, they're always like all the bottom feeders. They're like, oh, MAGA's a cult. MAGA's a cult. MAGA's a cult. It's like, no, it's not. Because we actually question Trump when he does stupid things. And he does. Trump does stupid things. It happens. He does stupid things. Biden did a lot worse. I'm not like, well, next time I'm voting Democrat. Like, nobody's doing that. But we're allowed to criticize Trump. Like, right, for example, here's a bunch of stuff there where I said, remember the boxes of documents Trump had at Mar-a-Lago? He's a real estate mogul. He could have stored them offsite in a secure location, including, instead the best he could do is a bathroom in Mar-a-Lago. Guy doesn't own a building with storage? Really? Really? He just opened himself up to that. I mean, come on. Let's agree to that. No tax on tips is vote buying. Waiters and bartenders are not a protected class. I mean, if you're a waiter or waitress and you're working in a restaurant, you're probably making more money than most of the people in the restaurant. And then you don't have to pay taxes on like $25,000 worth of your tips? Really? What about the busboy in the back? He's not getting extra savings. I can totally see it with like an Uber driver. They're using their own car. There's a lot of overhead in like keeping your car maintained. So, I can see that. But overall, I think it's a bad idea. Or the grandmother that was trafficking drugs into the country, and then Trump pardoned him because Kim and Kanye were nice to him. And then he made her the pardon czar. Come on. And everybody was like cheering for the grandma. Oh, she's a grandmother. She paid her dues. Yeah, she brought in literally tons of cocaine into the country. Into like the Memphis area, which is like a really violent city. I mean, imagine how much those drugs like fueled drug wars and killed people. And Trump's like, drug dealers get the death penalty. Well, what about the distributor? Oh, she's an old lady that Kim and Kanye like. And Kim and Kanye were nice to me. Yeah, okay. Or no, when Trump was like, well, yeah, farmers, we're going to be nicer to the illegals that work on farms. We're going to be nicer to them because we need them. And I was like, no, this is not what I voted for. So yeah. So occasionally I'll see somebody on YouTube or somebody on Twitter, you never criticize Republicans. No, I criticize Republicans all the time. And it's not just an emotional thing. It's actual thought that goes into it. So, somebody said, kind of the thing about Andrew I don't appreciate. He never accuses the right of any wrongdoing. Yeah, no, okay, right. I mean, the Democrats do a lot worse, and that's the thing. A lot of Democrats, you don't see MSNBC ever like criticizing a Democrat unless they aren't endorsing a Democrat socialist mayoral candidate in New York. Why won't Leader Jeffries endorse him? Is it because he's brown? Anyway. Thomas Crooks is dead. You're still talking about this guy? That's what I thought about Trump. Somebody said, definitely not going to inspire people to show up to the midterms. What's next? You still talking about Butler? So when Trump said that, it's just like, what is wrong with you? Seriously. Anyway, I'm drinking seltzer, by the way. I'm not drinking coffee. Otherwise, I would have my Ember mug. Everybody knows that. Okay. So let's read the chat real quick. See what's up. See if I can find... Okay, I'll pop this out here. I'll see if I can find any super chats. I know there were some super chats, so thank you so much for that. I have a little bit of a cold. And the thing is, I put out this last video, which wasn't doing great. And I'm just like, what is happening? It's because people don't care about Politics Girl or CNN. They wanted me to talk about Epstein. And what am I supposed to say? Yes, I think Trump is not reading the room. And it's not great. But I think he's slowly coming back to it, and he's saying, okay, Pam, do what you want, just get rid of this. Even if we have to look at grand jury stuff and yo, dude, love your content. Would be cool to hear your critique more in your actual videos. The media does that enough, but it's always good to throw publicly that the right can actually introspect. Well, I'm doing it now. And I also do it on X. And the thing is, I'm not going on YouTube. Like when I go on YouTube, it's a focus about a specific subject. Now, if Trump did something stupid or he said something, then yeah, I'll include it. Like the CNN town hall he did with Caitlin Collins. Like he said one or two things that I criticized. But it's not like, the channel's not... You want to see Trump criticism, you go anywhere. You can go anywhere for that. So, let's see. Can I find some super chats here, please? Hang on. Dun da da. Okay. They changed the settings and now they just don't come up like they... Okay. Would you rather vote for a Republican who lies or a Democrat who doesn't? Well, first of all, that's a dumb question because all politicians lie. That's just how it is. All politicians lie. Every single one of them. Trump lies, Biden lied, Jeffries lies, Schumer lies. They all lie. Or spin or whatever. You vote for policy. You don't vote for the perfect... Excuse me. You don't vote for the perfect moral candidate. User 3568 sent a sticker, so thank you so much for that. Hold on. Where am I? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that I'm not finding these super chats, but I will find them. My next video, I was gonna talk about there's some TikTok stuff. I was gonna make kind of a short video, just kind of as a stopgap because, as I said, the views have been low the last two videos just because people don't care about Politics Girl. Politics Grandma, sorry. So I'm sorry. Where? Okay. I will find it. It'll be fine. Let me just go to the chat real quick and see. So, I'm sure Poofy says hi. I jumped on my phone earlier. I was like, hey, I'm going to do a I'm going to do a thing. Wow, jeepers. Love your channel. Thoughts on Colbert being fired? Thank you for reminding me. Let's talk about that for a second. So, Stephen Colbert took over from David Letterman, the show that David Letterman built, because there was no late night talk show on CBS before David Letterman. And then David Letterman retired, and then they brought in Colbert, which I thought was not a very good choice. Because and it's not to say that David Letterman is like a conservative by, but the problem with David Letterman, well, not the problem with David, there's no problem with David Letterman. The problem with Stephen Colbert is that he wears his heart on his sleeve. He does not like conservatives. Doesn't like Trump. And he'll, he has like Stacey Abrams on and Adam Schiff and Maxwell Frost and like every MSNBC person. He's never had like Brett Baer on or Greg Gutfeld or Martha McCallum or like anybody, on his show. He's just too biased. And he ran it into the ground because it's not funny. It's objectively not funny. He's going on to preach. And it's like somebody said it was like a therapy session. Because you don't go there and go, wow, like I'm having a blast. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, somebody agrees with me. I hate Trump too. That bastard. And what's really stupid is those shows they're very easy. At least they used to be. They used to be very easy to produce. You hire some writers, you hire a crew. They owned that space. They owned the Ed Sullivan Theater. They didn't buy it for Letterman. They used to shoot Kate and Allie there, the TV show from the 80s. And so they converted it for Dave Letterman, and then they brought in Stephen Colbert, and he just ran it into the ground because it's not funny. And those shows are so cheap to produce compared to like a drama, or like a comedy or whatever. You have to pay millions. Okay, sure, you're paying millions of dollars to Stephen Colbert. That is. Can you imagine? Like spending millions of dollars for that? That is crazy. Anyway, Poofy says hello. It is I, Poofy, and I do say hi. Thank you, Poofy. It's good to see you in the... I'm putting you in timeout. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. User 3568 again says, thank you for all your work, buddy. You're the only one I really watch. Okay, that's a lot of pressure. Viewer activity... Oh, okay, I found it. Great. There's an echo. Kiro Soldier says there's an echo. Read your chat. Echo says, Mike Latoris. Yes, I know. Dude, you have an echo. So like for the first few minutes. And I do have headphones on. I do have like an earpiece. But I had the sound from the desktop turned down, so I didn't hear it. So that's my fault. Won't happen again, at least won't happen until next time, if there is next time. Jenny's getting inky with it, said you might want to put headphones on. There is playback in the background. Poop says Polymarket giving Dems 10% advantage for 2028 presidential election. Thoughts? Yeah, it's too early. It's way too early. The big beautiful bill is going to do a couple things. Kicking a bunch of certain people off of Medicaid. It's going to give border wall funding, which is great. Does it say it's private? Why does it say it's private? Okay. You guys can obviously see me, so. Wait, hold on. What is wrong with YouTube, man? Okay. It says it's private. The private is privacy. It says I have 1,000. I have 1,100 concurrent viewers, so thank you very much for everybody jumping on a Friday night. I think it's too early. I think that that hopefully for the midterms, for 2026, the Republicans get their messaging together saying, look, these are all the great things we've done. Wages are up, inflation is down, unlike, say, with President Biden. And that'll be it. And as long as the Republicans, because right now the Democrats don't have any messaging other than Epstein and, oh, we hate Trump, and they're the resistance, and no kings in America. Okay. Trident Star sent a sticker. Thank you so much. Jenny's getting inky with this. Says, what was that doodle everyone's talking about? Well, we can't see the doodle. They haven't shown the doodle. They've only described the doodle. And they're saying, well, the doodle is bawdy. Whatever that means. We don't know what it means. It's all up to interpretation. New Mexico Mike says, appreciate you, Andrew. Keep up the good work. Thank you, New Mexico Mike. Angus Scrim says, cheers. Thank you. Cheers back to you. Brian Babcock says, love your channel. Thoughts on Colbert being fired? Yes, we just talked about that. That was what Phase 1, binders. Phase 2, what binders? Very good. Thank you, Delicious Goatmeal. Matthew Carr says, Andrew, your channel brings me laughter, and you are the most I've ever watched when it comes to politics. Thank you for what you do. Keep doing it. Well, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and keep doing it for as long as I can. But you know, YouTube might have other plans. Connor Man says, yo, dude, love your content. Would be cool to hear you critique Trump more in your actual videos. Okay, I read that already. Shut up, Connor. Okay. Thank you, Connor. Let's see. Jolly Joshams, I said. So user 3568 has sent like a bunch of stickers and stuff, so thank you for that. Raw Floor says, love from New Zealand. Me and my mother enjoy taking time out of our day to watch your content. Well, say hi to your mom for me. That's very nice of you. Thank you. I don't know a lot about New Zealand politics. So, you know, maybe you should start your own channel and let us know. Any chance you're planning... Samuel Wardell says, any chance you're planning a big video when the self-proclaimed historical figure comes out with her book? P.S. I love the politics girl stuff. Okay. Well, thank you, Samuel. So what he's talking about is Karine Jean-Pierre is going to write a book. Like, she's now an independent. She's not a Democrat anymore. Which means, who's going to buy that book? If she's not a Democrat, then she's pushing away the Democrat Party. Well, Democrats aren't going to buy her book. And Republicans definitely aren't going to buy it. Now, I'll buy it, and, you know, it's probably like it'll probably read like a children's book. It's not, excuse me, it's not going to be good. But, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do a live stream. Maybe I'll show some excerpts from it. But it's not going to be good. Joseph Shin says, love you. Thank you for not focusing on Epstein. I personally, I'm not super, I'm a little fired up about it, but not enough to make a video about it. And it's also, it's changing every day. So by the time I make a video, because these video things, for those of you who know, I'm not just like going in front of my wall and going, hey, I'm going to just like say things off the top of my head and have some graphics or whatever. It's all of it's very, like I write, everything's very scripted. Everything's very scripted. And so I can't just like, do something on the fly. I'm not Tim Pool where I can do like 4 videos in a day, you know, reading off an article and having some interesting things to say. That's not my style. I wish it was, because Tim's a multimillionaire. I would love that life. I am not even remotely close to that kind of thing. So,
that Trump knew.
Oh, hang on. Okay. Hang on a second. What is? All right. Let's keep reading. Poofy says, happy to see so many here tonight. I agree. It's great to see, like, it's a lot of people. That's pretty cool. Dan says, opinions on the Fuenteses. No opinion. I am not talking about that on a live stream. But thank you for your super chat. Anyway, loved your DNC Trimp mashup. Next time, can we have a counter in the corner? Watch it regularly just to drink into TDS. Never stop. Okay, so I made a video where at the DNC, like everybody was like Trump, 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 Trump. Unlike the RNC, where they really didn't say Biden's name a lot. And if they did, it wasn't that much. So there you go. I think I'm all caught up with the super chats. There you go. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's certain things I cannot talk about on a live stream. I'm very sorry. Transport Inquiry Podcast. Oh wait, no, Dan asked my opinion on that. And Transport Inquiry Podcast said, I love your DNC Trimp mashup. So, okay, good. I said everybody's name. No, what? Did Chuck Norris die? Oh, no. What? Oh, I'm going to hurt you. Shoot the moon, you're blocked. Wow. Oh man. J-A-I-S. Jay's Jas? Sorry. Why haven't you live streamed recently? Well, I'll tell you. First of all, thank you everybody for jumping in for the live stream. Last minute thing. I just kind of set everything up. I was like, hey, I'm going to quickly talk about Epstein. It'll be fun. I've had issues with live streams. I'll do a live stream and like halfway into it, it'll be like, oh, your live stream is demonetized. Or there were several times where I didn't even start the live stream yet, and it said that, you know, it was limited ads and there was no, you know, that it wasn't suitable for ads. I'm like, I didn't even hit go live yet. I didn't even start the stream. And that was a little while ago. And YouTube's like, they fixed a bunch of stuff since then. I had a lot of problems at the beginning, a lot of problems. I would have a video kind of sitting in private mode, like before publishing it, and everything would be fine. And the second I'd hit publish, it'd be like, you have limited ads. Like, why? Why? But they fixed that. It's gotten a lot better, at least for me. I don't know about everybody else's experience, but I still have had issues, but I've been able to fix them. There's people who are like, oh, you're showing something that's against guidelines. So like, no, I'm not. Like I'm not showing violence, or I'm not showing, you know, whatever's against the guidelines. I've been doing this long enough to know what I can and can't do. Not what I can and can't get away with. I'm not trying to push the envelope. And TikTok is terrible. TikTok is absolutely the worst. And that's one thing. I wish Trump would just be like, yeah, we're done. We can't sell it. I don't want to go against Congress anymore. For example, let me just I get comments removed all the time on TikTok. And I don't know why. Let's look at this one. I told somebody, I said, you look like you have $200,000 in student debt. This content is against our community guidelines. It violates community. Really? Really? Just ban me already, TikTok. Let's see. I said, sorry you're not smart enough to figure this out. It's against guidelines. I mean, really? All right, I have one more. Trump isn't president yet, you dum-dum. Your content is against community guidelines. And there's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them. Let me see if I can find any recent ones. Let's see. I mean, come on. I wish TikTok would just go away. I wish they would just get rid of it. But it is, to me, it's like a content farm. It's okay. All activity. All right. Well, I guess it's not there anymore. Yeah, I would love to see TikTok go away. But on the other hand, it comes in very handy when I do like college debt videos. Those are among my favorite. So I got a whole bunch of new ones here. Yeah, okay, sure, says, I didn't even know you did live streams. Thanks. No, thank you. Yeah, I used to do live streams at the beginning. Then I kept getting demonetized. And I also thought that was actually going to hurt my channel. So I stopped doing them because I didn't want to screw up everything else with with my normal videos. Let's see. Too Many Toyota says, what kind of event do you think it would take for most mainstream liberals to stop believing CNN and MSNBC? Do you think it could ever happen? No, they believe what they want to believe. So they see this Epstein note and they think, oh, wow, that proves that Trump was in cahoots. He's on the client list. Or they won't show the client list because he's on the client list. Like if you've heard that. So it's like that's just how it is. They're never going to change. You'd have to have Joe Biden. Like I bet if Joe Biden was on the client list, nobody'd care. It'd be like, oh, it's years ago. Are you? I mean, look, we had inflation that they said was transitory. They told everybody that, I mean, like all the COVID rules that they put everybody through. And the Democrats are like, yeah, bring it on. We love it. We love this stuff. Hey, don't chew on wires, cat. Hey. Okay. Next. Ryan Gresh says this channel keeps me sane in this clown world. Thank you. R. Resner says, aloha from Hawaii. Can you talk about your love for Red Letter Media? I loved Portishead too. Like I used to I've been wearing my Clown World shirts recently because I've been trying to sell them. And actually, if you go on if you go into my video description, you'll see where you can buy shirts. And I actually put up a new shirt, a new type of shirt, a new design, which I will try and bring up, and maybe I will show it to you guys. Let's see. Oh, come on. So everybody's been asking, like, so I'm a one-man band here. Like, Poofy helps out occasionally. Like, she'll give me some kind of, she'll look at a script and go, hey, maybe you could say this, or I like this. But I do everything myself. So I don't really have the bandwidth, if you will, to do other things, or I just kind of be like, well, I should put more shirts up, but I don't have the time to, you know, like I'm just out of time. Like I need more time. It takes me like 4 or 5 days to make a video. It's a lot of work. And I work every day, pretty much. Even if I'm not working, I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about what's the next video going to be. I'm like on my phone, like looking I'm doing research. I'm like posting like links into like a notepad. So I wish I could find these. I wish everything was easy. Anyway, I have shirts. I have shirts in my Teespring store. Oh, come on. No, that's not the one. Actually, I have 2 shirts. Oh, here we go. There we go. It's in Helvetica. It's very simple. People, if you even if you like you wear it outside, people aren't going to know what the heck what it is. They're not going to know what it is. I thought it was kind of a cool. I think it's kind of a cool shirt. What do you think? Good or bad? And I'm trying to keep them cheap too, by the way. Falcone23 says, love your content. I use it to counter all of my fellow ignorant leftist Canadians. Would love if there was a Canadian version of you. Thanks for all. Thank you. It's very nice of you. I don't really cover Canadian politics, though, honestly. I don't really understand it. Colin L says, hey, fellow... Not going to say that word. The left is going nuts over that. You are awesome. Glad to join you. See you next time if there is next time. Thank you, Colin. Natalie says, love your videos. You are how I get my facts. I bought the shirt you are wearing. I'm going to wear it my first day of school. I love the new shirt. Thank you very much. And I know I skipped over some chats, so I'm going to get to them, I promise. Sienna, Sianna says, what did you do before YouTube? Thank you for your in-depth dives. You're changing the culture. I don't know how much I'm changing the culture, honestly, but thank you. That's very nice of you. I was a video editor by trade. I've always been interested in politics. I've worked at a major newspaper. I worked in sports. I worked in smaller newsrooms. So, but yeah, I've done you know, I didn't create this channel to, I created this channel so I could do a Batman video, a Batman video that nobody's really ever watched. I think it maybe has like 20,000 views, if that. So yeah, so that's why I did. YouTube was a mistake. It was a mistake. so grateful to be on this platform and have an audience and a voice. When I say it was a mistake, it was like a happy accident. I'm not supposed to be here. Mark My Word says, hello from Seattle. I miss Florida. My girlfriend and I love you, Andrew. Always glad to see when a new video drops. Nice to see you live for a change. Well, thank you. I will try and do more lives. America First AF says, Sarah Raskin Bloom sits on the board of the largest owner of Pfizer. Jamie Raskin mandated experimental... Okay. Okay, so Sarah Raskin is Jamie Raskin's daughter, I'm assuming. Don't want to misgender. Yeah, everybody in Washington's corrupt to a certain level. Meow Mix says, I want chicken. I want liver. Okay. Taco Monster asks, what do you think of Hassan Piker? I think that he can break any rule he wants. Isn't that nice? He can go on and he can say anything he wants. He can show weapons. He can do anything, and he'll get banned from Twitch for like a day, and then they'll bring him back because he's a cash cow. The rules do not apply to him, and it makes a lot of people upset. Jonathan, I think I might have read it. It says, cool to see you live. Thanks for all you do. Ben, let's see. Orion, what is the origin of if there is a next time? I'll tell you right now. A couple years ago, so it was like January 2020. And I was like, you know what? I want to go where our Resner is. I want to go to Hawaii because I'd been to Hawaii a few years ago and I loved it. And I thought it would be great to take a vacation and go to Hawaii because I had the best time. And I didn't book a ticket. And then suddenly they were talking about this pandemic, the things were happening. And I'm like, well, maybe I won't book a ticket now. Maybe I'll wait. And then, like around that time, I got a copyright strike. And then I got a second copyright strike within like 2 weeks of each other. And if you get 3 copyright strikes, they yeet your channel. So then that's then I was being like, that's where that comes from at the end. I'll be like, well, I'll see you next time if there is a next time. Because I used to say I'll see you next time. But now I say I'll see you next time if there is a next time, because quite frankly, anything can happen on this platform. Anything can happen in real life. You never know. People could be like, well, just don't care anymore about your stuff, Andrew. I'm not buying your shirts. Hey, Poofy, can you put the link to the shirt? Can you see if you can find it? I'll see if I can find it too. Oh, View Store. Okay, I'll do that. View Store. So you can buy several things, like different types of. I personally love the Tri-Blend tees. They're very good shirts. That's all I wear. So here we go. Oh, I just put it. Oh wait, can I pin it? Hey, I'm pinning the message. There you go. Very cool. Wow. I never do this. I haven't done a live stream in it's been a while. It's been since 2023 with Memology, my good friend Memology. Dan, any ideas on Freedom Tunes? Maybe a collab. I wanted Seamus. I love Seamus. I asked him if he could do something for me, which in my brain thought it shouldn't take long, and I would have paid him. But he said he didn't have enough time, and so I just kind of did a thing myself. And that was it. And I haven't really talked to Seamus in a while, but his stuff is great, and there's no animosity there at all. I love the guy. We just don't talk. he's busy too. Marlon says, how much Midas Touch get away? How does Midas Touch get away with the stuff that they put on YouTube? Well, they make money. And they're absolute liars, and they're a cash cow. If you're a cash cow for a platform, you get to stretch the truth. You get to say misinformation all the time. It's wonderful. Ugh. And yes, I'd love to collab with Freedom Tunes, by the way. Seamus, hit me up. Bobby Jacob says, have you ever thought about reaching out to the Daily Wire to do something with them? They seem like they're always on the lookout for a new host. Yeah, pass. Kind of over it. If the Blaze came knocking, it would be nice if I had some kind of corporation behind me that say, hey, here's money for a producer. That would be great. If I had a producer and an editor, I could probably put out content all the time. But again, I'm a one-man band, so I designed the shirt. I mean, it's not, it's not brain surgery, but I made the shirt myself. And it looks very similar to the man, woman, person TV shirt, like the Trump shirt. Oh, what happened here? Uh-oh. Okay, good. Thought I screwed up something. Kyle Harless says, sounds good to me. What's your problem? Shirt. I was trying to think of a good layout for that, but makes sense to me. What's your problem? I'll figure it out. Quinn, opinion on the crypto acts. Are stable coins a trap? No, I don't think they are. In fact, and this is not any kind of professional opinion, but I just started investing in the stock market, and I actually invested in Circle, which is one of the stable coin companies that handle all that. So, and it's and I knew it was going to have a nice bump because of I was totally pulling a Pelosi. I knew it was going to do well after they passed the Senate and the House. So my stock is doing okay. It's not through the roof. I didn't buy it at IPO. Really dumb. No, I didn't even know it existed. Okay, let's see. Let's see who I missed here. Tony, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name, Tony. I'm sorry. Tony asks, did I see the new Jurassic World film? I have not been to the movies since I saw The Flash in the movies, which is really fun. I like The Flash personally. And then before that, I hadn't been to the movies because of, everything happening in the world. I saw did I see Top Gun? I don't remember if I saw Top Gun in the movies. I saw it on my big TV. That I know. But but as far as Jurassic World, I heard the reviews are terrible, and I haven't seen the last few with Chris Pratt. I saw the first one. I haven't seen I kind of just don't care. And I was kind of excited to see the Superman reboot, but then all of the I just heard it's a train wreck, and I was just like, oh, I'll just wait. I don't care. And then the Fantastic Four movie just looks not good. I think it's completely miscast. So no thank you for that. I won't go to that. Ben Z. Box says, I've lost many friends to politics over the years. Luckily, with your videos, I was able to salvage one friendship, and now we're best buds. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. I'm helping people keep friends. It's very nice. Let's see. Long Dark Forever says long time. Oh my God, long time subscriber. First time see you live. You just made my week. Well, that's nice of you. I will try and do more lives as long as YouTube is very happy that I'm doing it. And they tell you too, which is so dumb. They're like, you need to. They want you to generate as much revenue as possible for the platform. So they're always like, you should do this, and you should sell products, and you should do this. It's like, okay, fine. But then you do it, and they just kind of screw you over. So, Godot Blend Cafe says, I've been sub to you for at least 4 years. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for keeping all of us sane with your amazing takes. Here's to another 4. Oh, thank you. I hope I'm around for another 4 years. That'd be very nice. Colin L says, love your channel. Do a story about that Somalia light bulb head in Minnesota. Your content is real journalism and comedic. Go, Andrew. God bless. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to stay away from that. I haven't even talked about that on Twitter, actually. But I think you all know what I'm talking about. Pablo says, you're much more handsome live than pre-recorded. That's weird. I don't know about that. I think, yeah, I don't know about that. But it's very nice of you. Thank you. Just, okay. Wow, I'm blushing. And Godot Blend Coffee, yeah, again, thank you for that. And thank you for all the super chats. Cynthia Mann, I see in the chat, says, what did you think of the Epstein thing? Well, I talked about it already, so I'm probably not going to talk about it again. But I do have to say that, again, that was not happy that Trump is just kind of writing it off and kind of being very dismissive of it after years of everybody talking about it, including Trump. He's like, yeah, I'm going to release everything. And then Pam Bondi makes a big deal about it. And it's like, nothing to see here. I know you're shocked. She's very loyal. So I don't think she's going anywhere. But she needs to show some actual results and not be like a grandstanding, hey, look at me. Not a fan. Let's see. All right, well, how long have I been on doing this? Oh, a little over an hour. Again, I'm sorry about the echo earlier. I had no idea. I have a soundboard that was turned, the desktop was turned off, the audio. So, Busy High One says, I never got my shirt. Reach out to Teespring. Sometimes things get lost in the cracks, but generally they're pretty good. And I've actually reached out and fixed a couple things, gotten the ball rolling. So, but generally it's fine. I'm waiting for my shirt, actually. I just ordered it. I ordered a sample of the I Know You're Shocked shirt. So I'm going to, and then actually I did, oh, hold on. There we go. I did this one too. So that's the Trump thing. He's been ending all of his tweets. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And the thing is, between this one and this one, you can wear it out, and people aren't going to be like, "Oh, you're a Trumper." It's just so innocuous. You'll know. And then maybe somebody will go, hey, I know what that shirt's referencing, and then you might make a new friend. But overall, they're not, I try to keep them a little, like nondescript. I don't want people like to get beat up over my shirts. So Trump said a thing and it was pretty cool. That's what I the description of this shirt. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I think it's a cool shirt. Again, I've kept them. I'm not making really any money off of it, honestly. Hang on, my cat's being. Hey. I'm gonna show you guys my cat, and then I'm probably gonna sign off. Hey, come here. Come here, kitty. This is Lucy, everybody. Here, come here. Now you're gonna get on my shirt. Here, I'll do this. Here we go. This is Lucy. Okay. All right, bye. I have 18 cats. Hence the cat in my logo. Oh, Lucy. She was like chewing on wires. Hey, don't chew on wires. All right. Let me see if there's any more super chats. And I think I'll probably just, okay. You look tired. Go drink White Monster energy drink, says. How do you pronounce your name? Jais. I'm very sorry. But yeah, no, it's been a long day. It took me a while to set everything up. And, somebody said an everything's stupid t-shirt. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'm sorry, Lucy's a little bit, I can usually hold her. I think she's kind of got the zoomies right now. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on this fun Friday night. I hope that it was as informative and as entertaining as what? Okay. Anyway, that's Lucy. She's not even a year old. She's still a kitten. Burner popcorn account. I guess your last one. So psyched you got to talk to Scott Jennings. Yeah, Scott Jennings, I didn't go on to say, like, hey, I'm Andrew from Don't Walk Run. Do you recognize my voice? I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to go on and just... I thought it would actually have been cool if he'd be like, hey, your voice sounds familiar, but he probably has no idea who I am, which is fine. That's okay. We all know who Scott Jennings is. But the fact that I was even able to get on the air is kind of interesting. So, with that said, thank you, Burner Popcorn account. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. I will try and do more live streams. We'll see we'll see how well this one goes. And other than that, I will hopefully do a new video soon. It probably won't be about Epstein, but it'll definitely be about something fun and something entertaining. So anyway, thanks again, everybody. I will see you all next time, if there is next time. Take care, and take care. Thanks to Poofy, thanks to Becky, thanks to all of my mods. I don't know who else was on, but thank you to all of my subscribers and my paid members. That you're all great. Thank you so much for jumping on. Use the emojis more in the comments. Use them because you got them. So take care, everybody. Thanks again. Have a great weekend, and again, I'll see you soon. Take care.